A winger sounds like a sex act that you'd find on Urban Dictionary.
It does.
Like it's right beside Rusty Trombone.
Oh my
Like,
god.
honey, I'm feeling kinky tonight. Want to do a winger?
Oh yay, Asmongold did a video about the State of the Union, and he's really, really happy about it. That's...
Well, I mean, if the guy whose gums bleed and he wipes it on his walls and lives in his own filth is happy
You're not
with
going to be able.
how Trump is doing things, then I feel like that is a pretty good indicator that Trump is bad at his job.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Asmongold is a gross person, and I don't know why anyone would ever want to listen to him about anything. Nachi Bree says, "Do I want to ask what a rusty trombone is? No, you don't."
Duke says, how do we get Asmongold's house condemned? I don't want his house condemned, though. So here's the thing. You're not going to make him a better person.
Yeah,
by...
no, if his house gets condemned, he's just going to move to a new house and make that one a shithole as well.
Like, I don't think you get it. He's a multimillionaire, like a hardcore multimillionaire. You kick him out of one house, he's just going to go to another one. He doesn't have to care.
Yeah. Yeah, probably not. I don't. Yeah. No, I'm not going to describe a rusty trombone, but it's not as gross as a blumpkin.
Maybe you should describe a blumpkin.
I mean, a blumpkin, the description of a blumpkin sounds less gross than the description of a rusty trombone.
Yeah?
But the actual... I think Fennec knows what it is. No, absolutely not. Bad.
No, explain. For everybody.
What's a blumpkin?
What's up?
Let me just double check, because I oh my god, the first recommended search when I typed blumpkin in was someone saying blumpkin image. Like, no. Yeah, there we go. A blumpkin is when you give someone a blowjob while they're taking a shit. And it's disgusting.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
And I feel like it is more disgusting than a rusty trombone, but the rusty trombone description sounds more graphic just because you have of the detail you have to get into.
Axo says what he needs is probably an assisted living situation. He used to have maids, and then he didn't. Like, he just needs better habits. Like, he needs a life coach to get him to have better habits.
Yeah. He just needs people to stop watching him.
I mean, yes, that would help a lot, but I'm talking about things that are likely to happen.
I just don't understand why anyone sees any value in that man.
So...
I just don't get it.
I can tell you what it is. Begin with the content he used to make, because he used to make World of Warcraft content. He used to make content about video games, primarily. Path of Exile, World of Warcraft, etc. So he became the noise in the background for a lot of people, because that is the ultimate fate of a lot of streamers, is we become the second screen thing for other people. I got somebody getting angry at me that I didn't pay attention to the screen of an hour-long video I was responding to, because I treated it the same way I treat every YouTube video. It's second screen content. It exists in the background of my life. So... for Asmon, you get enough people who are watching him for WoW, they're watching him for Path of Exile, they're watching him for these benign things, and then every now and again he'll crack an edgy joke, and some of his audience laughs, and some are just like, he's not really a bad guy. And then over the years, as time goes on, he starts getting a little edgier, a little edgier, a little edgier, and then he pushes a little harder and a little harder into those right-wing ideologies. And we know that he's also been on stream with, like, Destiny and shit, arguing about this kind of shit. So it's not that he's completely ill-informed, it's that he doesn't want to be more informed, and so he'll keep on giving those ignorant opinions a little bit at a time. And remember, for a lot of people, he's background noise. So they're just getting these little opinions at a tiny trickle at a time. Because Asmongold didn't start out as a right-wing content creator. He started out as effectively a benign video game creator who hosted his own esports shit. That's what he was known for. Now he is full-on on the conservative train, but that's not how he began. A lot of people in his audience started watching before he got there and either slowly changed with him, because that happens sometimes.
At what point do the people on the right look around and see the loudest voices in the room with them and go like, "Oh, hey, these people are all garbage. Maybe I don't want to be on this side."
But for Asmon, they don't see that he's garbage. They see that he's like them. So, you've never seen My Hero
No,
Academia.
but like, I'm not even saying specifically like they look at Asmon, but like someone who is an Asmongold fan, then finds himself agreeing with Asmongold's position. They can then look around and be like, "Oh, this also has me agreeing with Matt Walsh, who is very obviously an idiot. This has me agreeing with Nick Fuentes, who is
But then
just
you...
a piece of shit as well." And it's like,
But if you're nodding to Asmongold's a Nick Fuentes supporter. If you're nodding with Asmongold...
yeah, I know. It's just I just the number of people that are very obvious pieces of shit
Yeah.
that are on that side where it's like, and you end up having to agree with them because like there are pieces of shit on the left as well.
There are.
But I've never been in a situation where it's like, oh, I have to agree with this person because they're on the same team as me. It's like how many times, like, okay, I was going to bring up Chuck Schumer again, but then I'm like, nope, he's not on the left.
But like I see where you're coming from. There's a chat, both chats. Spoilers if you have not seen the ending of My Hero Academia. Rhino, you're not going to watch My Hero Academia. I'm going to spoil it to you.
You can bring the basement dweller out of the basement, but you can't bring the basement out of the basement dweller.
So yeah, spoilers for My Hero Academia, for those of you who haven't seen it. Again, Rhino's not going to watch it. I can spoil it to him because I know that he's not going to sit down for a 180 episode anime. So,
You are correct.
okay, cool. Glad I got the gist of it. So, in My Hero Academia, superheroes are corrupt. Not corrupt in the boys version where like they're all pieces of shit. Corrupt in the sense that to become a superhero you need to get sponsorships. To get sponsorships you need to maintain a certain amount of like media time, so sometimes you won't take cases or crimes because you can't get cameras on you for that to get sponsorship money. There's all kinds of like backward shit that happens in the superheroing business in My Hero Academia. A lot of it's not really talked about, but some of the villains like Stain in that series actively kill heroes because they are not what heroes are supposed to be. There's only a couple heroes who exemplify what a hero is supposed to be in that world. Now, for those people who recognize that the people that they are supposed to be looking up to aren't really all they're cracked up to be, the system that they're supposed to be looking up to is really not a great system, they tend to turn really, really nihilistic in NHA, which is not that far off from a lot of people on the internet. How many times do you see people who give the opinion of like, none of it really matters anymore, so why shouldn't I, do the Nero watch Rome burn thing? So, or Caligula watch Rome burn.
No, that was Nero.
Was it Nero? Okay, brain.
Nero fiddled while Rome burned.
Nero fiddled while Rome burned. Brain.
Caligula just had orgies. and he made a horse a senator.
Sean says,
Which
yeah, but Stain...
arguably better than a lot of the senators you guys have right now.
So, in the story of My Hero Academia, there is a reveal. It's a very, very small reveal that happens near the end. Because during My Hero Academia, there is the side of the heroes, which has to become a coalition. It starts out not very much like that. And then there's the League of Villains, who, actually are your standard... In the Hall of Doom, here's the thing that Lex Luthor is planning. That's what they're trying to be. They're not very good at it. They're like a group of fucking ragtag teenagers that put together ideas of how to be villains, but eventually they end up threatening the entire fucking world. There is a moment in the final battle when the main hero, Deku, who is in the process of losing his powers, and the main villain, technically the main villain, Todoroki, at that time, they're having their fight, and
Totoro is the main villain?
Todoroki.
No, not Totoro. Don't go to the bad side, Totoro.
They have cameras on them throughout the entire thing. Because remember, in this world, heroing is a corporate-sponsored business. So there are cameras on
being a politician in the States.
There are cameras on them the entire time. And so Deku shouts out because he knows that as a hero, he's got to give hope to people. That's something that was like really instilled into him. He says, I can't stop fighting. I can't stop fighting because there are too many people who are relying on me to win. And when he says that, Todoroki looks him in the eye and goes, you're not the only one. There are people back there. Shigaraki, not Todoroki. Todoroki's the guy with 2 different powers. Sorry. Todoroki's the eugenics experiment.
Totoro's a eugenics experiment?
God damn it.
That actually makes sense.
Tiny tangent. His dad wanted to be the #1 hero, and he was a heat-based guy. He specifically married a girl with ice-based powers.
The very best.
Yeah, Shigaraki.
No
Sorry.
one ever was. Sorry.
But Shigaraki looks him in the eye and says, no, there are people who are relying on me to win right now. There are people who I am the symbol for right now. And it pans to a bunch of shots of people who are watching like on the internet, and they are like Asmongold type people. They are basement dwellers who do nothing but play video games, who don't have anything going for them. They just want to see the entire system burn because for them, the system is something that has failed them so thoroughly that they just want to see it all crumble down. They don't care who dies when it happens. They just want to see that. Shigaraki, in that moment, is pointing out it's not that those people are losers or that they're looking up to losers. It's that they need somebody to look up to, and that's going to be me. I don't think that Asmon has the same thought process of like, I'm the hero for the people who don't have anybody to look up to. But it's a very similar thing where these people look around and it doesn't matter that the people around them are shitty because they're nihilistic enough to go, everything's already fucking failed me. Why do I care? Why would I care that the people around me look shitty? The system's fucking broken. This is what I have. This is what I want. This is what I watch. I don't give a shit anymore.
Yeah.
Kinma says that Todoroki's dad makes Gendo look like a good dad. Okay, but Todoroki's dad gets redeemed, though. He figures out what was actually important to him. Gendo only does if you watch the movies. Hey, you made it to the end. I want to give an extra thanks to the patrons who allow me to do this full time. I want to thank Aaron Rail, Astral, Britzkrieg, Jemshin, Poundini, Red Joker, Victoria, Jonas, Craig, Tarika, Fireshard, Smiling GM, John, Dren Hadamada, Creeper, Sagitta, you know I'm not saying that last part, Sylvie Snow, Valis of Seraph, Ottoman Angel, Rooster Rachel, and Fire Panda, who are all my $20 and up patrons.